Hello guys, welcome to the new week. We are currently on this trade. We are still in London session. The time is about 11:40 a.m. something. So yeah, we are currently on this trade, and this is actually late entry. Not in terms of entry, just that this is the third entry level of the setup. We missed the first, the second, and this is actually the third entry of the setup, and with the hopes that price is still going bearish. So this is the execution on the MT5, and this time there was no mistake, everything smooth, the entry, everything perfect. So let's see how this trade goes. So I've already taken two trades. These two trades just ended up in break even. So the first trade was logic, but it was late. It was actually the third entry of that particular setup, with the hope that price was still going to go bearish, and we got stopped out at almost 1:1. And I saw a reason why I should enter again if price actually still wanted to go bearish, and I took that trade. And that trade was not part of my plan, so it was actually a slide in our plan. So currently I've seen another setup, which, since we are still at break even, I'm looking forward to take. The setup happened during London session, although the entry is outside the session, but our rule says if the entry is outside the session, but if the setup is outside the session but the entry is inside the session, it is valid. If the setup is inside the session and the entry is outside the session, it is also valid. But if both happenings take place outside of our trading session, then it is not valid. So we are about to have an entry on our setup. Let us see if this one works out. Hey guys, so this is the next setup I'm looking at to trade. Let's see how this one goes. So if this one hits our SL, we are done for the day, taking 2 losses in a row. I think that's enough, but I still believe that we might still catch a good trade. So hello guys, this is the current condition of our trade. As you can see, we hit SL from the trade. I saw our price was rejecting the level, and I re-entered at this level here because it was a valid setup. So I doubted that price was going to give 2 losses from this particular setup. I doubted, so I re-entered. So now we are at break even. As you can see, we are at break even. So let's see how this trade goes. We just took the first winning trade of this challenge. Yeah, that's it. So today we took a reasonable amount of trades. We took 5 trades in total, and it's not nines, but we did take 5 trades in total. And let's see if I can. So right here you can see the trade history, how we did. So right here, which is our first trade, this move I was expecting. I saw that price still wanted to take this move, so this was the third entry of the first setup. third entry. I usually don't take second and third entries until I miss. Like if I'm on the first entry on the trade, I ignore the second and third entry because I still don't have that confidence of taking multiple trades. So yeah, so this was the first entry of this setup. Right here. Here was the first entry of this setup, and as you can see, this was supposed to be my entry, but I missed it. I was not at the chart. And this also was the second entry, which around here I was not also focused. I saw the charts around this area, but I was not confident to take the trade. And this was the third. This was the third entry. This was the third entry, and actually it's actually the fourth entry though. This was the third, and right here that I entered was the fourth entry of the setup. Fourth entry of the setup, and what I was expecting price to reach lower, because I was seeing that price wanted to go lower, so that's why I was taking it step by step. But price just went a little bit and reversed, taking us out of almost 1:1. It was not up to 1:1, but almost. And once price retested our entry at this particular range, this was actually the fourth entry, and this right here was the third entry of the setup. Right here. So I was expecting price to continue going down from this level. So price went and retraced deeper, took us out at almost 1:1. And once this price closed below that level, I said, okay, maybe price wants to go, and I took the trade I took here was due to FOMO. I didn't want to miss the setup, and price just came back and took us out. And during this process, I saw that price was also forming another setup, which I took around this level. And it was an instant stopped out, and I was like, okay, by this time I should have stopped trading, but I still believe that the setup was still valid, because this I trade support to resistance and resistance to support, meaning if a support level fails, it turns resistance. If a resistance level fails, it turns support. So that is how I trade. So, and because of that, I still believe that probably this support that failed was going to be resistance, and that's why I was still believing that it was going to work out. And as you can see, price retested. This retest was a confirmation, and I was focused on the second entry, which I took around this area. And price went back up to give another retest, which took me out because I entered the market at around this level here, and it took me out. And once price was weakening like this, I saw the wick, because something in me just believed that it was still valid. So when I saw price weakening like this, I re-entered one more time, which made it a total of 5 trades. It was crazy. The first 2 trades was the break even, and the other 2 trades was. So the first 2 trades ended up in break even. That's why I took the third one, which was a loss. I was supposed to stop, but hey, I broke my rule and my plan, not rule. I broke my plan. The setup remained the same. I did not trade any setup that wasn't mine. I did not overtrade in terms of just clicking buy and sell. It was my setup that I would trade on a normal day. So this is why I took the trade, and since there was a setup and I believe that it might still work out, and yeah, it did work out, and we took a 1:5 plus. We banged a 1:5 plus, and it was a good one. So right now we are only having a loss of 14k on our balance, so we are almost at break even. So yeah, this is how the trade ended today, and I'm so excited, I'm so glad, because this is actually the first winning trade we got on since we started this disciplines challenge, and this trade kind of like boost my confidence, and make me realize that if you are disciplined enough, or if you protect your account to the right time, you're still gonna get the winning trades. Don't blow your account on one setup. Just trade conservatively in a way where um, you still have money to trade. So, and that's what I did. Last month we ended in the red, and I'm so happy that this week, first trade of the week, we have blues. So yeah, this is the end of how Monday's trade went, and I'll keep you guys updated on Wednesday. See you guys in the next one.